No, I had never seen your ramen video before, so I watched it and I was like, what the heck, Zeke? I'm sure it is. Yeah, I guess we can just go ahead and start recording. I know it's your show. You get to decide these things.
Okay, so are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Good. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Sure,
It's
sure.
going on
Yeah,
at the
that's
Digital Lake
fine.
Republic. Yeah, your new
Good.
show. It's your
Great.
show,
It's my
man.
show.
A lot
It's
of
my
us.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of us have our own shows, and you're one of the ones that have your own shows.
Awesome. I look terrible. See, the thing is, there's face cam on these video or on this thing because you just decided that there should be or whatever. And
Well, yeah.
I mean, I think it's good to have some sort of visual thing, but I look
Yeah.
absolutely horrible because I didn't realize it this morning. Like, I didn't think we were doing it, and then I was like, yeah, sure, why the hell not? But I haven't showered in like 2 days, so my hair is gross.
I'm sure
but-
it could be worse. I'm sure it could be worse. You've looked worse on your YouTube channel.
You think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. You have how many videos on there of
Um,
your face? I'm pretty sure you've
there's
looked
only
worse
like a
on your channel.
dozen with my actual with my actual face. Think
Really?
about it. I mean, well, maybe like 2 dozen. I don't know, because most of them I just record gameplay. I don't know,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
but yeah, this
The
this is
the
Zeke
recent
Show.
ones recent ones have your face.
Recent ones, yeah, a lot of the recent ones, because the recent ones have been a lot more lazy. I mean, a lot of my content in general has been super lazy. I feel like I want to start being better about that and just making better stuff or just making more stuff in general. I don't know. I might like stream some Minecraft today or something. I tried
like-
streaming yesterday. That was fun.
Yeah, that's what I do. Like I'm like trying to do more stuff. Like like on my own personal with my own personal stuff. Like I'm trying to like, do this and do that. I have like three videos a week now, I think. Well, starting in January it'll be 3 videos a week.
Nice. Oh yeah,
Cuz I have the
I-
podcast with Elena and then the my live show that I do and then my other show. So, it'll be
Mhm.
great.
Yeah, the reason for bringing up the facecam thing is because we can't actually see each other. We're just in
Yeah.
a regular video or Discord voice call, and we're recording. Each of us are using our phones to record ourselves with just like the camera app. I assume on your end. So
Yeah.
I don't know what you look like right now, and you don't know. So your comment about my appearance probably being fine is just completely blind, and you have no idea what I look like
Yep.
right now.
Yep.
Uh,
I tried to make it not obvious, but yeah.
Mhm. No, I mean, you know how I am. I'm completely transparent about these things. About like recording or like the behind the scenes stuff or whatever of
Yep.
how things are going as far as that goes. That's just how I am, and that's how this show is gonna be because it's my show. Remember?
That's good. The Zeke Show. It's literally called The Zeke Show with
It's
friends.
called the Zeke Show. It's the Zeke Show with Xander and friends. But yeah, man. Right now it's just me and you. I think we've done this before. I mean, we've probably done a couple.
I think
things
so,
with me
yeah,
and you,
but this is just a little different.
Yeah, was there like a specific reason you wanted to do this? Was there something
I don't
you
know,
wanted to talk about?
not really actually.
No?
I just you have to have a first episode and what better
That
person to
makes
have on than the person responsible for your show being a thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like it's impossible for me to create my own show. This is
Right, but I mean, but your show on Digital Lake
on
Republic
Digital
being
Lake
on the
Republic. Yes, the esteemed and fabulous Digital Lake Republic.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
At this point, we have no clue what's going on with it because we're like taping this before anything has like kind of came out about it.
Mhm.
So it's like, yeah, the totally great Digital Lake Republic. We hope it's going good.
Yeah, the coolest thing ever. Wait, so this is like a new channel you've made with nothing on it then?
No, it's not a channel. It's like a straight up streaming
Oh,
website.
that's right.
It's our
Yeah,
own
yeah,
website.
Yeah,
Yeah,
A
because we're doing
website.
it so that we don't have to deal with, things like YouTube's copyright ID system that's a little off and their new child protection thing that they're doing where
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
trying to, follow the law because they will not shut their mouths about things.
So this is some super exclusitive content then, huh?
Yes, this is
Yeah.
very exclusive content. I think
Exclusive.
the
So
only
exclusive,
show
no one will watch it.
I think the only show that's on YouTube is JTP Live. I think that's the
Oh
only
yeah.
show that's on YouTube. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's because that's where you do your live stuff still. I mean, it's easy. They have a good.
Yeah, they have a good setup. I also they haven't done their first episode yet, so we don't know how that's going.
You could do your live shows on like Twitch. I don't
I
know.
mean, yeah, but Digital Lake Media doesn't have a Twitch, and we'd have to set up a Twitch, and that's too much stuff. That's too much stuff. And it's not my show; it's Vic's show, so that would be completely up to Vic. So
Right. Maybe I
my
should
own
start doing
personal
that.
live show I do on my YouTube, but
Hey, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I just start streaming some Minecraft and put it on Twitch instead. See what happens.
that's a good idea. I think you could probably get a better following because there's more people that play games on Twitch than YouTube, and that's not like me like messing around or anything. That's true because YouTube wasn't made for gaming originally. It was made for other stuff, and then Twitch was made for gaming.
Yeah.
So
Maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll do that, and I'll record it all and then make some sort of highlights thing if it goes
that's a good
well.
idea. It's a good idea.
YouTube, whenever I like stream to YouTube, if it's too long, nobody watches it.
Yeah.
But, like with streams, they're supposed to be kind of long. Or
Well, see, I have 1 hour every single Sunday, which really sucks because every single Sunday at 2, I go live with my show. I don't know if you've seen an episode yet. I'll send it to you later. It's actually pretty entertaining. It's not like just like stupid stuff all the time. There's a little bit of stupid stuff here and there, but it's not stupid 24/7.
But yeah, I'll probably. I don't know. I mean, I might check that out. See what you got going on there. But I don't know. I gotta
quite.
I gotta start doing more stuff.
It's quite entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm like trying not to like do my whisper ASMR type stuff because, as you know, I have my own show here on Digital Lake Republic, the that ASMR show, which
is it any good? How do you even do ASMR? Do you have a good mic?
I have a really good mic, actually. Not the one that I'm wearing right now, if you guys are watching, but I have a decent mic. My mic works pretty well. Some people liked my I've sent the pilot episode to some people, and they're like, yeah, I mean, there's some things that I would fix here and there. And the pilot episode is not going to be the first episode because the camera quality was pretty off on that one. So I filmed a second one last night, an actual first episode last night with like a complete white backdrop, white table, like everything was white. And so I was there, and except for the mic's black, so the mic kind of stands out. But no, so I did my ASMR thing, and I'll find ever since I started doing ASMR, and even whenever I did one ASMR video on my YouTube channel, I will like just randomly start to tap on things now. Like I'll be standing around, and I'll just be like, and see it's bad because It's bad because I'll just like be ready to do something and then I'll just start whispering and I'm like, wait, why am I whispering? I should not be whispering here. I should be not whispering, anything but not whispering.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really do ASMR anymore. I learned today earlier because I told you, Xander, that I was having some mic issues or whatever because my mic was being like super noisy. And it's because the soundboard thing I use, I think it just got too old. Because it's sort of like a finicky, cheap thing, and now something's up with it where it's like introducing an absurd amount of noise. So I probably don't sound too different to you or to anyone else because I'm still using the same input device. Because, if you have like a analog mic, you need to have some sort of input device for the computer. So I'm using that, but I used to have a little pass-through soundboard thing where I could tweak various things and adjust the gain and whatnot. One thing I would used to do all the time is like turn the gain way up and like whisper into it and it'd still be like super audible but it's like it's terrible now. It's like there's like
you could kind of do that. You could like whisper and then like record on like Audacity and turn your gain up.
Yeah, I mean I can do it with my setup now. It just wouldn't sound as good. It would be noisier than it used to be. Like cuz the soundboard thing used to be really good, but now it's not. But no, I mean right now it sounds fine. Like I listen to everything and I'm sure you think it sounds fine. It sounds mostly the same as it used to, but I just can't I used to have a live adjustment of various, like, it's like a 3-band equalizer thing, you know, turn up the highs or turn down the highs and
Yeah.
up the lows, that kind of thing. I can still technically do
Yeah.
that with Audacity. I just don't really care.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's kind of how I do my audio side of things, is I just turn up the gain on Audacity. Not that I, like, it's a good mic, but I do turn up the gain. I just whisper and turn up the gain on Audacity. I was told before that, like, whenever I did it before, I was kind of whenever I was doing my whispering, apparently I was a little too close to the mic during the pilot, so I made sure I didn't do that this time. And I did some amazing triggers on my thing. I tapped on things, made some noises. I found that cutting sticky notes cutting sticky notes is a little is a little cool for ASMR. Like, I actually kind of like cutting sticky notes and listening to the sticky notes being cut or paper rattling. See, I'm discovering things that sound good and, like, that I haven't saw on other ASMR artists' stuff, and I'm just like, man, I think I'm doing something original. I mean, I'm probably not, because I'm sure somebody else has thought about this. Somebody else in some other place has probably thought about this. But you get my idea.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I never really got that much into ASMR. If I ever did, it was just like Japanese girls making sexy voices or whatever. I never
Oh
cared
my
that much
God.
about, like, all the tapping and the brushing and the paper cutting or whatever. I don't know. That's the sounds never really did a thing for me.
It was
kinds of
just the
sounds.
girls.
Yeah. Just the girls.
All right.
I mean, I might hide it well, but I am a very, like, sexual person, just in general. But I don't know.
I can tell.
You think? Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so what? This is an interview show, right? I don't know. Well, because typically the
I
format would
suppose
be
so.
like me, you, and, like, interviewing somebody else. There could be. I mean, I have an idea for at least one person I might drag in here. I just don't know how much I want to involve them with your shit, because then I feel like you're gonna make them do a bunch of random shit or whatever.
Wow, thanks.
I don't know.
Thanks.
I feel like they would be cool for this show, but I don't want you two to know each other. Is my issue.
I'm not going to get too involved with the production of your show, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. But you still need to be there, because that's the whole point. I mean, when I pitched it originally, like, a year ago, and whenever we did, I mean, I guess this is like a new run of it. We did something a while back.
It was on your channel, yeah.
It was on my channel. We did something a while back on my channel. I think I deleted them, or they're private or something, because I got mad at you for something.
No, I think they're
stupid.
still up.
I
Last time I checked, they were still up.
They might be still up then.
I
removed some.
I don't know. I think it was that and CPIG. Like, that CPIG became the Zeke Show. Like, after that had its end, after that ended, it kind of just became CPIG. Or after CPIG ended, it became the Zeke Show.
Yeah. I mean, sort of. But the whole premise of the Zeke Show, because the full title is The Zeke Show with Xander and Friends, because I like having you on, because your opinion of things always interests me for whatever reason, and I like, and the idea is to bring other people on as well, and then just sort of talk to them, and then have you there also with commentary. I don't know.
You're one of the
intrigue
few
me
people that
as
actually
a
care about my
person.
opinion.
Yeah, it's always it interests me the way you think, because that's sort of how I am. I like paying attention to people and like how they think, and I like sort of seeing the gears turn in people's minds, and I like sort of I like understanding different perspectives, and you have such a unique perspective on life, in my opinion.
Really?
So that's sort of why I like that's why I like having you around. Yeah.
Okay. I would not expect that. I wouldn't. I don't know how you would think that I would have a unique perspective. Like, I don't really, things are things, man. I don't know. That's my perspective on everything. Things are things.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not perspective, but like perception too. I don't know. You have like, because everyone perceives things differently,
I suppose
and I like
so.
to know how you perceive things.
I suppose that's the thing.
Because like the thing, yeah.
I'm going to.
I don't know. I don't want to get too much into it, because then I'll just start making fun of you.
I don't know. I know you've got some time, so you might as well.
Oh yeah. How long are we doing this? What are we doing? Like an hour, 40 minutes, or something like that? I don't know. It is my show.
It is your show. It goes as long as you want it to go.
We've been recording for 15 minutes, so it does. Well, let's see. Audacity says I have enough disk space for 40.
No, I don't think my phone would allow me to record that long.
No. Oh, good point. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, I guess I could talk about my life or whatever.
You should.
Because I haven't done that. I haven't done that in a while. I mean, I haven't really caught up. I haven't caught up with you in general. I mean, I quit
Really?
my job. I quit my other job. I got a new job.
I didn't know about this.
Job. Yeah. I'm like in between. Yeah. I'm like in between sort of stage right now where I think I'm going into a warehouse job, which should be good money.
Yeah.
It's like 14 an hour, which is the most I've made. But it's probably like some hard work with a lot of hours. So hopefully I'll just like do that for a couple months and actually build up some substantial money, whatever. Probably get like a new computer or something. Because that's sort of the thing. Partly the thing holding me back from making more content is just my computer isn't the best. It's probably good enough to do a handful of the things I want to do. I just would do them like slowly, which is
that's me with my computer. Like, there's another computer I use most of the time, but like if I'm like editing a video, most time if I'm using my computer that I have, I'm like, this thing runs like a potato. Like, this thing needs to like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I even have any video editing
I have,
software. I feel like
I have Premiere, so that I totally got. I totally bought it. Yeah.
Premiere? You legitimately.
Yeah, definitely. I think we had a conversation about this already.
I would probably use video pad because I pay for video pad.
Have you totally paid for it, or have you paid for it?
It's a good thing.
Oh, okay.
No, I legitimately paid for it. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that expensive, but I have like a version of it because I have like I paid for like 7, and then a few years later they released some new versions, and they're like, well, if you want the new version, you got to pay us again. I was like, fine, whatever. So I think I should have an account with the latest version, but I might not. But it's fine if I'm like a version or two behind. It's a pretty good software, and it runs well on my computer, because it ran well on my laptop, and my laptop was atrocious. So it should work pretty well on this computer. And I mean, honestly, this computer really isn't that bad. Like, it probably does do, or probably will do, the things I wanted to do. I don't know. I just really haven't tried, and I got really annoyed with it because the main reason I stopped making my recording videos where I did the stories is because I had a script that uploaded them for me, and then that didn't work on my new computer, and so now I just got annoyed with it and just stopped, which is terrible because so many people want me to keep going, and I just won't because I'm lazy and I don't want to do something manually that I had once been able to do automatically. Like, when I was doing it manually, it was fine, but as soon as I made that script and I was so proud of it and I was like so happy with it and it worked so well, I was just like, this is great. I don't want to go back to doing it the boring way. But I also don't want to put in the effort of trying to fix it or write something new. Because if I write something new, I would probably learn like actual script, like proper like C++. And
that requires a lot of work.
And that would just work better in general. But that requires a lot of work.
That's me.
And I'm lazy, super lazy. I don't know. Maybe I'll commission.
It's a good idea. Fiverr's a thing for a reason.
That is a good idea. Yeah. Maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll commission a programmer.
Good idea.
To write that for me. I feel like I would have to give them a lot of information in regards to them being able to upload to my or the program being
I
able
don't
to upload
know.
to my
I don't
channel.
know.
But
Maybe not.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to talk to somebody about it, see what their rates are, and see if they're capable of even doing it. I don't know. I want to wait till I have a bit
Yeah.
more money till I work.
See, that's the thing that holds back a lot of people from doing things is money, especially digital like media.
Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't. In
You
a
know,
lot of
yeah,
ways,
that's
but
kind
it
of how
does.
life works. It's all about money. Yeah.
Especially in
Capitalism
America.
at its finest, but it's okay because socialism, we teach people that socialism is bad. I know, we can,
I don't know much about politics or
yeah.
economics or whatever. I have no idea. I literally no idea about
Yeah.
any of that. I'm just like, whatever. Just like, I know that I work, I make money, and then I spend the money, and I spend a lot of the money that I make. Because I'm terrible at holding on to money.
Yeah, well,
I'm a
millennials,
millennial.
I assume you guys are bad
The-
with
the-
handling money. I don't know. My generation hasn't gotten to the point where we, like, handle money yet, so.
Actually, I'm not sure if I'm a millennial. I don't know. I feel like I'm actually
What
not
year?
a millennial. I feel like I'm barely, like, not a millennial.
You're a millennial. You're like
99.
the tail end of millennial. But yeah, you're a millennial. You're a millennial.
Yeah.
Now, like 2000. It depends on
No,
who.
I just looked it
It depends
up.
on
It's,
who you ask, because some
96.
sources say that it's like all the way to like 2005, and that's like inaccurate. Some sources say
Is it millennial?
that
People
it's like
say that.
Zoomers are like
I don't
from like from like 2005 up. I'm like, no, please do not bubble me with millennials.
Yeah, I mean, I just Googled it. And it's,
Yeah, that's what
it's
Google
96
says.
is apparently what it
Yeah,
is.
and then if you
Just
search
what
in other
Google
places, it's
says.
like, yeah.
I don't know. I don't really care that
I
much.
know. We all exist. You know, that's the way to look at it. We all exist. It doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really important. I'm a young person who
Yeah.
doesn't know how to handle
Yeah,
money.
I
That's the
mean,
thing.
it's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I understand the concept of money.
Yeah.
I just don't care that much. And I have things that I want, and I get them, and that's about all it amounts to. Is I spend the money on the things that I want. And that's how my life works. I spend about as much money as I make. I don't know. I mean, I'm still
Yeah.
able to like make rent payments and car payments. Or
You're not
whatever.
irresponsible
I'm not
with
in
your
debt.
money.
Um,
Well, I mean, you're not
thankfully.
great. Like, you're not
I
like.
mean, I am, but I'm
Yeah.
not great with my money, but I'm not terrible. I'm not opening a bunch of credit accounts and doing all that. The only line of credit I have is one for the Google store, and I barely pay any interest on it because there's because I specifically bought things that wouldn't have much interest, or I'm paying off because I got a Google Pixel 3 and there's no interest on that, and there I got a Google Home Max, and there's no interest on that if it's paid off in like 2 years, which I will absolutely be able to pay it off in 2 years. I think the balance on it right now is like $500, which like I could technically pay it all off in like 2 weeks. I just don't care enough because the
You're
interest is so low
procrastinating.
that I'm just sort of gonna leave it.
Sort
sit.
of.
No, I'm using my money more
Right.
effectively because like if I paid it all off,
Right.
then I wouldn't
Plus-
have money to do other things. So instead I'm just
Yeah.
using it. I'm just using it like as credit because it's I don't know. It only costs me like I don't know, an extra like $10.
I mean, yeah, if you have something that has a low
super low.
interest rate, like definitely, if like you can get credit that has a low interest rate, like go for it, because like honestly, credit is something that you
Yeah.
kind of need whenever you like become an adult, like so.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, if you're gonna like buy a car or whatever, you gotta have good credit and all that. I mean, and it's good. It's good to sort of sit on because I mean, when I do pay it off, I pay off more. The minimum's like 20, and whenever I actually pay it off, I put in like like 40 or 50. So I'm using it effectively to sort of build
Right,
my
and
build
that's
my
like
credit
the
score.
best. That's one of the best things you can do is just get credit, not to have money. Get credit. Don't just get credit just to use the money. Get credit so that you can
Yeah.
use the
Don't just use
build
the
the
money so you
right.
build your credit score so that you can actually
Right.
get. Yeah. you can get loans in the future, whatever,
Yeah.
when you're ready to like buy a house or a nice
Yeah,
car or
it's like,
something.
I don't know. I took a whole class on this, so it's, I don't know. Economics are, yeah.
Yeah. Money's complicated. Yeah, I used to get like super existential about money because I used to work at a register. And would just like sometimes I would just look at the piles of money in the register and I would be
Yeah,
like, these
I
are
mean,
pieces of paper that have such a
yeah.
huge significance in our lives, but they're literally just pieces of paper
I
that we're
mean,
just
that's what it
passing
is, yeah.
around. It's insane.
You're not wrong. I
Yeah,
mean, money is just a concept. Like, it's
it's so
supposed to
crazy.
be like gold. It's supposed to be like representing gold, but like, really? Like, we don't.
Well, it used to. It
Well,
doesn't
yeah.
represent
There's
anything
like literally
anymore.
zero value in
Um,
money. Like,
I mean,
there's
it
zero
represent.
value in it.
Yeah, there's sort of. Well, yeah, I mean,
Right.
it's the value
And see, the thing
that we
is,
apply to
the
it.
weird thing is, like, other
I don't
countries,
know.
like, it's weird because the way it works is pretty weird. We talked about this in my economics class last year. But, like, the way it kind of works is what would happen if we lost? Because it's still, like, to other countries or whatever, it still kind of represents gold a little. Like, if we were to lose all of our gold and we were still printing out money, it would. The question is, how much would that affect us? Probably very little.
Yeah, I mean the because we still have things that are valuable to other countries. We still have exports, and we still have things that we want, or in things that are things that they want from us. Even like if we didn't have any gold or whatever, we would still have other technologies and things that we would be able to sell to them. So money would still be. I mean, some sort of because money like facilitates exchange. So we're not trading things anymore. We're trading money in order to get the things. It facilitates the exchange. I don't know. But pennies are stupid. Pennies are terrible. Pennies are. I don't know the exact statistics now, but I'm almost certain
Yes, they are.
that they're more
Yep.
expensive to mint than they're actually worth. It's like
Right.
2 cents to actually make a cent. So America is losing millions every year just by making pennies, and they're so terrible because they're not. You can't buy anything with a penny. Like in the past, there were things you
Yeah.
could get with a couple pennies, or just like a penny or whatever. You buy like a little candy or whatever. You can't do that anymore. So there's no reason to have a penny. There's like a couple countries that have actually abolished their penny or their equivalent of the penny, and it works so well for them because
Yeah.
they just round up and it's fine. But it's so useless to keep carrying around the penny. But people are like, oh no, who's gonna what if it's a couple cents more and all that, and it's just like
Right.
whatever, it's a couple cents, just like stop, and you're wasting everybody's time. There's a thing called
Right.
opportunity
We also
cost,
learned about this in
which is
in
like
that class. Yeah, it's
the
what you would get. So it's basically like two
yeah
options:
yeah
what you would get versus what you would get for what the value would be for each thing. Like the
yeah
opportunity
it's
costs are significantly more than making pennies than abolishing them. Like we would get so much out of not having
yeah,
pennies.
and I mean even in like a day-to-day basis, the opportunity cost of using pennies is so great because it wastes time. It wastes everyone's time to dig out pennies and get exact change out. So that's like the opportunity cost is
Yeah.
like you could be spending your time making money or doing something productive, and instead you're wasting it and others' times by collecting and trying to utilize your pennies.
Yeah.
Because they're just that annoying and they're that much of a waste of time that Americans are losing even more money just because people are wasting their time on
Right.
that
And yeah, I
stupid little
agree. We
coin.
should get rid of the penny. Like you said though, it'd be hard to break some people.
But I don't know. We gotta vote Yang.
I know.
We gotta vote Yang. You can't vote. I'm gonna vote Yang. Maybe he'll.
Yeah,
do something
I
about it.
like I like
he's
Yang.
He's an economist, or an entrepreneur. Not economist, but yeah, he's an entrepreneur. He knows about money. Maybe he'll think about it or whatever.
Even though I can't vote, I still like look at.
Or try to anyway.
Even though I can't vote, I still look at the
get the
candidates
ball
and I'm like, all
rolling a
right,
bit
well, what do they, you know? I have I have like
That
3
makes
guys that I would, if I could vote, I would 100% vote for, and that would be probably Bernie.
Oh yeah.
Like you said, Yang. I like Yang. Yang is good, and then Buttigieg. I like Buttigieg. Buttigieg is
great. Yang
really.
Yang.
You don't. He's like one of
I have
the.
no idea who that is.
He's like one of
Yeah,
the
I've
top
really only
people
been paying
in the
attention to
Democratic
Yang.
Party. So. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know who Bernie is because I paid more attention to last year's election in general than I did this one. I just pay attention to Yang because I like the things he says.
Yeah, that's the
Bernie-
only problem.
Bernie's just old. Bernie's just so old. He's like old people die. He's gonna die. Like he could die before the election. He could die like a day.
But that's the
in.
case with
I mean,
anybody.
he's so
That's the case with
old.
anybody. Anybody could like die in office.
Oh, anybody could die. Well,
Not
yeah,
really,
but I mean,
because he's
it's
like
more likely for him to
relatively
die
healthy. I
because
think
he's
he's had like one hospital visit, one like major
Yeah,
hospital
you're
visit
probably
in like the past 10 years. So like, you know, he's
so old. Yeah.
yeah,
just
you've
don't
got
want
a
another
good
4 years
point.
of
I don't
Trump.
think
That's-
anybody I don't think any person in their right
Yeah.
mind would want that. I'm just going to leave it at that. Like I said,
Well, I mean,
in
there
their
are
right
there are a lot of
mind.
people that do want it. I mean, and it's I don't know. I mean, 4 years ago or whatever, or whenever at the last election, I did.
I mean,
actually
yeah,
prefer
it's like
Trump over
that's
Hillary.
like picking.
I wanted Trump to win over Hillary, like because it's
It's like weighing the
Hillary,
options.
I did not want Hillary to win, and I still think that Trump was a better pick.
Yeah,
than
I
Hillary
mean, it was like
between
picking
those two
between
absolutely
Satan
terrible
and
options.
Hitler. So, so you know, it was quite complicated.
I don't know. 'Cause Trump is stupid, but I don't feel like he's done as much
I don't
damage as I feel like Hillary could have done. Because Hillary literally won.
Yeah, but so
that's-
does
yeah.
Trump. I mean, have you seen what he's been doing? Yeah, but have you seen what he's been
just
doing in the
messing
Middle
with people.
East, right? Have you seen what
He's
he's been
just
doing
being
like
an
with the
idiot.
Middle East and everything? You know, I don't know.
Barely. I don't know. I don't actually pay attention to any of this. I'm
Yeah, I
talking
am
about
too.
my
It's
ass, dude.
okay. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, this is my show to edit.
So you're gonna edit this, right? Yeah. What's your plan here? Have you got
Yeah,
have you got some sort of
yeah.
background thing that you're gonna put?
No, I'm not gonna
the
just
videos
slap them
over, or
next to
you're
each
just
other.
gonna
That's
slap 'em next to each other?
disgusting. I hate that so much. I hate whenever people do that. I'm like, what? No, don't do that. I don't know if you saw. We Digital Lake Media had a podcast a while back. It was our first ever like visual podcast, and me and my co-host, it was a D&D related podcast for the Rise of Midnight Gaming Groups, and we actually had a background. It looked pretty cool too. I wish that podcast would have went on. It's just we never had anybody to be on it, so we were just like, yeah, let's just cut it. Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw that. Was it about? I did not ever pay
Really?
attention to Rise of Midnight Gaming. Was it about?
It
gaming,
was
or were
about
you
gaming
actually
because we
doing
had
Dungeons and
other
Dragons
stuff. We had
campaigns?
other stuff that was actual Dungeons and
okay.
Dragons. So why create like this full podcast form for?
Wait, did you ever do
Yes.
anything that was actually a full campaign?
We have quite a number actually of videos of us doing actual campaigns. Like that's out there, yeah. We even have some stuff from before Digital
Wow,
Lake
yeah.
Media out there.
I might
Yeah,
I might try to get into that,
we're trying to
I've been
we're
watching,
trying to bring that section back.
if you're doing something there and you got people there, I might because I've been watching a lot of Dimension 20, which is like the College Humor Dropout Dungeons and Dragons thing, and it's a cool game. I mean, I've always thought it was a cool game. I just I never got into it because I didn't know enough people that were into
Yeah.
it. Because I just don't know that many people in general in real life. And
I
I don't really
know.
want to like search online for random people. But like I don't know, if you're getting
We're
into it, if
kind
you're
of
doing it, then
we're trying to
I might
bring
be
back
interested there. And
Rise
go
of Midnight gaming groups, and we're
find
trying to
those
like
guys.
reform it and actually put it together and make it good, because I feel like we could probably learn from some of the mistakes that we made. We actually did. I don't know if you've seen it, but we did it live. Like, we did straight up live streams, and that's kind of how that was my introduction into live streaming, actually. Was doing those, and now I know a lot more about live streaming than I did then. Just like podcasting, like doing the Just Talking podcast, I learned a lot over time. There's some old clips out there. Roll the clip editor. Yeah, so the clip has been rolled. Yeah, so there's a lot of clips out there of me from whenever I was younger, and I didn't know how podcasting really worked. But now I do, and now I understand the full aspect of it, and I love it more than I did then. That's the cool thing about it. I still probably make some of the same mistakes, but one person podcasting was a lot interesting. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I mean, I love doing it. I still like doing
I
making
like
solo
solo
content. I just
content,
haven't
but not in the
done much
form
of it in a
of
while because I don't.
JTP, because man, that was quite difficult.
Mm,
Like, an hour long
mhm.
conversation with yourself, like, yeah,
Yeah, I would need to find the right format for it because I can't. I have yet to find something that worked as well
yeah,
as Valkyrie Crusade did for me because that game I was like I wasn't like obsessed with it, but it was a thing that I wanted to play often, and it was a thing that I was such a it was
yeah,
so sort of easy for me. It wasn't much of a mental task, but sometimes it was and sometimes it wasn't. Most of the time it was easy for me to just play it while not thinking that much about it, and that facilitated a sort of split mind where a portion of my mind was focused on playing the game and another portion of my mind was focused on talking. But
yeah,
because my I was like because my attention was split like that, it made talking almost easier because I couldn't think about what I was saying. I was just saying things, and it worked really well to sort of get me to just keep talking and sort of develop that skill
yeah.
of just talking a whole lot. So that's sort of my skill. But I have not found any game that does that for me. Oftentimes when I'm playing something, if
Yeah.
there's too much thought that goes into it, then I can't talk, or I'm either talking and not doing
Yeah,
anything, or doing
that's
something and
kind
not
of.
talking.
I
I
do
haven't
that too.
found
If
something
I'm
that
like,
works
if
that
I'm
I can do
trying to
both.
think, I can't talk. Also, I don't know. I'm thinking about doing. I don't think I've done any like actual like playing of games and stuff. I mean, I have a gaming channel with my brother on YouTube, but even then, like, I don't know. I feel like
Hmm.
if it's something that I have to think about, it's hard for me to talk. You know. But yeah, I agree with
Hmm.
you on that aspect. So this has been a great conversation. This has been a great episode of the Zeke Show.
Mm.
Yeah, that was my way to
Wait,
that
really?
was
Are
my
you
way
trying
to
to end it?
close
Is that what's
it.
going on?
Uh, no.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
You getting
kind of.
tired of it?
It'll be better once we bring more people on.
Uh huh. Uh huh. I
I feel like we're
Yeah.
we're
I'll
pulling
try to
stuff
I'll try
out
to
of our
drag somebody
butts
in
from
for
this
for the next time
point.
we do this.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean that's
I
sort of
mean,
how
yeah. You're
sort
not
of how the
wrong.
Zeke Show works. That's how everything
All
I
right.
make works. That's
I mean, yeah, that's
There's
true. You
never
have a
any
whole
planning
structured, not
involved when I do
scripted type
things.
thing. So, yeah, so 40 minutes. That's not bad. 40-ish
Yeah,
minutes. So
yeah,
that's not
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You
that's
might, I
why I
mean, you
said
might cut it down to like
40-ish.
35 or something, depending on how we're doing things. Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
we haven't even broken
Yeah.
40 minutes, and it took us like a second to start. So.
We're just gonna bye bye.
All right.
That's how we're just gonna. Okay. Goodbye.
Bye bye.